It's Kobe Bryant.
This is Byron Scott.
This is Alex Ogletree.
This is Ed White of the San Diego Chargers and the Minnesota Vikings.
Hey, this is Farrell Cooper. You're listening to the home of the Rams in the Inland Empire, AM 590 The Answer.
Well, welcome to another edition of the Sports Corner. I'm your host, Gabe Real. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Gabe Real Sports. It's rare that I'm able to get out of the station or even out of my own little office, which is where I've been normally starting to do my shows as of late because of the recording. So more videos are going to start coming out in the near future. So thank you for keeping an eye on that. But right now I am located at Wicks Brewery in Riverside. You may have heard of them because they have been at our on our station numerous times. They've been guests. Well, Ryan has been a guest of the Let's Dine Out show a couple of times. And you probably heard him last weekend. He was just on last Sunday. Check out the podcast if you missed that interview, am590.com, and then just check out the tab podcast at the top. But they are located at 11620 Sterling Avenue in Riverside, right across from, I believe there's like a shooting range, right across, I forget the name of the shooting range, but we've also been friends. We have friends there as well. But Ryan, thank you for joining me today on Sports Corner.
Yeah, stoked to be here.
And sitting to his right, to the left, depending on how you're listening or watching this on your mobile device or on your computer, we have Ashley, who you are responsible for what?
I basically do I do a lot of things here. I'm the assistant general manager.
Okay.
Any events that we have here in-house, some out-house, I do a lot of the coordination,
okay.
Scheduling, more than that. I mean, I don't know. I do a little bit of everything here. I really do. I've been here since the get-go.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Now, this has been around, so we're going to kind of take it back to the beginning for the people that have not heard you on the Let's Dine Out show or any of the other shows that you've done. This is the first time you joining me today on my Sports Corner. When did your brewery open?
We opened in 2013, so we're coming up on our 6-year anniversary here in a few months.
Okay.
And so we actually had a homebrew shop before that, so we were selling homebrewing supplies and kind of teaching people how to brew, and then we ended up kind of ended up having our own brew pub here in Riverside. So not only do we brew our beer, but we also have food as well.
How long have you been in the brewing industry?
If you go back to like the home brewing, I mean, it's been over 10 years now. And then, like I said, we opened here in 2013, and that was really when we got our foray into like more of the craft beer industry on more the production side for sure.
So to the people that don't know craft beer, it's something that's been coming up more and more and more. And you start seeing breweries, and we already know the local ones. But a lot of people still want to go with their traditional Corona, Modelo, Budweiser, Bud Light, all that stuff. Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong, you can still do that. But why, to a person like that, why would you recommend, or what would you say, besides being your business, obviously, but why would you recommend a craft beer over one of those traditional commercial ones?
There's a few. I mean, the biggest one the most obvious is just going to be the flavor of the beer. I mean, you're going to get a lot more prominent flavors in there, whether it be something like our Paladin Pale Ale, where you've got more hops in it and you're getting kind of like these citrusy flavors. When you're going into some of the darker beers, you're getting, more like chocolatey flavors. And you're also getting them fresh. You're getting, you're going to the brewery and you're getting it from the guys that made it. And this is a beer that was packaged, like this. We just put this beer on tap like a couple days ago, and you're getting that freshness, and it's something that you just like with going to the grocery store and getting produce. I mean, when you go to a farmer's market and you get a tomato and get something that's just been picked, and vine ripened versus going to something that's been sitting on a shelf for, however long. I mean, there's a definite flavor.
That's it.
That's a good lot more flavor,
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. That's true. Fresh, fresh picked beer on a daily basis.
Fresh tapped.
Fresh tapped. And, it's funny you mentioned about the interesting taste because you provided me with a hibiscus.
Yeah.
That beer was amazing.
So that was our Etu Rosé, which was actually a collaboration with Iron Fire down in Temecula. So we actually had their brew team came up and we brewed that beer together with them. It was a brewed IPA, but we also used the hibiscus. So you got almost kind of like a Jamaica sort of flavor. lot of cranberry almost flavor to it. And it was one of my favorite beers that we've done. Super, super tasty. And I remember when you came in and tried it, and it was just looking at it. I mean, it's like bright red.
It's a beautiful color.
Yeah.
And I'm more of a blonde type, which as you can see on the videos, and we have a couple of beers in front of us, which we'll get to in just a few moments, but you can see the colors. She was just drinking coffee, and I guess she wanted to keep with that color. But so where do you get the ideas? Is it just, you know what, I have this at home, I've tried it somewhere else? How do you come up with these crazy flavors?
Well, we've got a incredibly talented brew team here. Our head brewer, Keith Showalter, ton of experience. He's worked at a number of breweries that I really admire. And a lot of times it'll be just talking over a beer of something, thinking something that we want to do, something that's a little bit different from what we already have on tap, and trying to find, maybe some flavors or something that we'd tried that we really enjoyed, and maybe taking and kind of putting our own spin on something. And we obviously drink all of our beers here as well. And so we think like, what's something that we would really enjoy drinking? Like what do we not have on right now that would be really super tasty? And that's really where the basis starts. And then we'll start with the recipe formulation and kind of thinking like, okay, what ingredients will get us to that? Just like I mentioned, produce. Sometimes you go to the store and you're just like, man, these tomatoes look amazing. Like I feel like making like a fresh, pasta sauce or something with them, or maybe, some salsa or something. You just see something really good and you're like, that maybe the inspiration is just seeing or getting a hold of some ingredients that maybe are a little bit harder to find or seasonal, and being able to incorporate those and bring those flavors out in the beer. Speaking of which, I've worked some thirst up.
I was just about to say that myself. I'm going to have a sip right now.
Oh, that's good.
People think a brewery, you just go, drink, that's it. A lot of places, a lot of breweries don't even have TVs. It's just go, get a beer, quick, in and out. Here, you've actually turned this into a family restaurant type of feel. I mean, I need to come in the afternoons to see how the atmosphere is, based on how you've told me, based on the pictures I've seen on the internet. By the way, check out their social media, Wicks Brewery, Facebook, Instagram, wicksbrewery.com for their website
Wicks
as
Brewing.
well. Brewing.
They'll find it if they look.
Just Wicks Riverside. It'll come up on Google. Trust me. But the restaurant, the TVs, was that your vision from the very beginning when you opened up Wicks, or was this something where you kind of started seeing it flourish?
It's the Wicks Brewing itself has evolved quite a bit from what we first opened up as. And originally we opened up as a brew on premise, which we had 6 kettles in our tap room, and people could come in and brew their own beer. And that was really what we wanted the core of the business to be when we first opened. And being that it takes, several hours to brew a batch of beer when they're coming in, we wanted to be able to have some snacks and some food that they could nibble on while they were brewing. And that kitchen was only supposed to be a kind of almost like not an afterthought, but a small part of the business. The beer was really what we wanted to be the focus. But, I mean, from the day that we opened, the food was really popular, and it just kept getting busier and busier. And so we had to improve the kitchen and get bigger equipment in and grow the kitchen, because people were coming in for dinner, not just for the beer. Like, they wanted to come in. I mean, the beer's kind of what caught their eye, but then they were staying and eating, and the food is a big chunk of what we are now. It's not just about having our beers on tap. We have a bunch of guest beers on tap, and wine and cider and meat and other things, but the food is really kind of where we get to have fun as well and get creative and, have different rotating items on the menu, different seasonal things as well, and have fun with that. So it's, a lot of brewers you'll find end up really enjoying cooking. It's kind of that same mentality of wanting to bring some flavors in, and that same kind of creativity goes into the kitchen as well. And so we've got some great guys in the kitchen as well, making food that will pair really well with the beers that we're making in the brewery.
You're listening to the Sports Corner here on AM 590 The Answer. Joining me right now, I have Ryan, who is you're the owner, right? Basically, this is the owner of Wicks Brewing.
Yes, sir.
Bam! And I got Ashley, who is the assistant general manager. Ashley, let me get you on the mic real quick on this. There's a bunch of very cool events that I've noticed, that kind of what I mentioned to him. One of the cool ones that I wish I would have been able to come to was the mug, the moose mug one at Christmas that you guys had. Besides your regular ones, the geeks and the drinks and all those events, how do you guys come up with, well, to give me your secrets, but how are these events coming up in you guys' heads? Like baseball season's coming up. Like maybe do something around sports, or what gives you guys that creative juice to come up with something new and basically fresh and unique?
Well, that's just what it is. It's just unique experiences. For myself, and I have kids. Well, I have one kid right now. I have my daughter. But for me, I like to put myself in situations like, things that I would like to do when I'm out with my girlfriends or my family or maybe my daughter. We're here in Riverside. We're local. Just things to kind of, shake it up.
Of course.
People are looking for new experiences. We already have a really great atmosphere that we provide here already. Like the food's really good, the beer's really good. Families come in here, come with their kids, their pets, come and watch some sports. Hey, why don't we do some really fun ceramics and do like a fun moose mug? So that was over Christmas that we did that. Yeah, anytime, actually any. What was that movie? Family Vacation. Yeah, Christmas Vacation with the eggnog
and that's what drew me to it, because when I came in to talk to Ryan, he mentioned to me that mug, and I'm like, I've seen a bunch of cool Christmas. I mean, the ugly sweater night, or.
It was that same night when it was our kickoff for Wicks.
But that's what I always see. Like that's what I'm saying. Like it's something that you see everybody does is sports venues. Oh, it's an ugly sweater night. Blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
But when you take a classic Christmas movie and you take something that you've seen all the time, and now you have your opportunity of being able to paint it, being able to bring it home, and what I like about that event, and that's what I've seen with a bunch of your other events, is that you go to a place typically to have a beer, watch a game, and mingle. But sometimes in the commercials, there's nothing really you talk to your people and you kind of catch up, but this gives you another opportunity to kind of get close to whoever you're coming with, because this is a memory that they did together. Oh, remember last year we went to that brewery and we went to the blah blah. Oh, there's the mug. It's right there sitting on the mantle or whatever. Or maybe somebody will turn it into an ornament for whatever. Just people get so creative with these things, and that continues having your name in people's mouths. Let's see what they're going to come up with next year. The pressure's on you guys now in a way, to come up with something cool like that. What do you have coming up in the near future?
Well, we're going to start planning our anniversary party. Actually, that's coming up in April. That's always probably the biggest event that we have every year. Yeah, months in advance of planning for that one. We have an outside beer garden. We do bands, live music. We got a really cool cigar lounge, great food. We always have a lot of really good like one-off beers, like special release beers that we do that day. Okay. So it's always like a really big event. We have St. Patrick's Day is another day here. It's another big.
This year's on a Friday.
It's on a Sunday this year. It's on a Sunday this year. So we'll see.
A lot of people calling in sick on Monday, boy.
We'll see. We'll see how that day's going to go. But it's always a really great event every year. Then we were also talking about our COPS event that we are planning to do here in May, and that's kind of like right after our anniversary. We kind of every month through May have a big event going on, boom, 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 back to back, which is really good to kind of keep our momentum going, But May is our next COP event that we're doing. The first year or the second year we opened, we had the Cops and Cars. Ooh, that was a huge event. I didn't come in until the tail end of it, so I had to
close that day.
No, well, I had to close that day. I came in. And it was a madhouse, but people still come in and they talk about it, and we do a lot of events with Riverside Police Department.
And that's what I wanted to talk here on the station. We're very pro law enforcement. Unfortunately, there's been a lot of unfortunate situations where unfortunately cops have been getting killed a lot, like as of late. I feel like
In
it's
the
a
line of
lot
duty?
in the line of duty. There was just recently a woman in, I believe, Davis. She pulled over a gentleman, the guy basically shot her, and 22 years old, and it's very sad. So I like that you guys are very pro. We like that, not just me, but we're here at the station. You guys are very pro law enforcement. How many events pro law enforcement do you guys do? Is it just that one in May, or do you guys do more for the community?
We've done a lot, but just we can just start from the beginning. We started doing these collaboration beers with the families of these fallen officers. Our first ones being the Crane family, the McKay, Michael Crane and Jeremiah McKay.
Was that from the? No, but those officers, were they the ones with the Doherty?
Yeah.
Okay.
They were. So we had these really awesome beers we came out with. Freight Crane was a chocolate milk stout, and the Sheepdog was an Irish. Was that just like an Irish ale? Yeah, Irish red ale. And we had these really great shirts made up. There's not too many people who still have those shirts. I still have mine. I wear them all the time. And people ask you, well, where can I get that shirt? Well, like, you can't get them anymore. That's when you know you're OG. But those were the first two collaboration beers we did. Later on down the line, we had Doug Jacobs. We did his Happy Ass. That was a blonde coffee stout, which was really interesting. It was really great. And it was like a can release, and it was special can art we had made. Ryan collaborated with the family on the name of the beer and what the label was going to look like. And then we also had Corey Oaks. That was the Strong Oaks beer that we did. Almost it was a pale ale. And so that's just examples. We had the Cups for Pups event. That was a fundraising event that we did for the canine unit here in Riverside. That was the most recent one. That one was a lot of fun. They brought their canines down here and did demos for everybody. That was a lot of fun.
Is that when they do the demonstration on the
Yeah.
arc?
They had that guy.
It's nuts.
That was cool.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun to put together, and everyone had a really great time that day as well. So we do a lot of events here, and we're planning another one here very soon. Like I said, in May. Not gonna go too much into details about it, but it's
Keep
gonna
an eye on social media.
Yeah, it's gonna be
That's
great.
the best way if you want to get in touch with what they're doing. Now, the business of operation, you guys are open Monday through Friday, 12 to 10.
Yeah.
12 to 10, and then Saturday you guys are open at 11.
Friday and Saturday. Friday and Saturday we're open till midnight.
But you guys are open in the morning at 12 or at 11.
12.
12. So is that every day across the board, or?
And Sunday we open earlier. Yeah, Sunday we open at 10, so we're open a little
Sunday
earlier.
mornings 10 a.m., but every other day noon.
Correct.
And then you guys close at 10 Monday through Friday. No, Sunday through
Monday through Thursday, yeah.
Oh, Monday through Thursday. What
Yeah.
about Friday, Saturday, and Sunday?
Friday and Saturday, we're open later, so we're open till midnight. So want to go out on a Friday night, Saturday night.
Of course, that's
stay open a little bit later, and then Sunday we open 2 hours earlier. That way, pretty much all the games usually start around 10, so we can have the games on, and you can kick off on that first game, and then we can go. We go till 8 o'clock on Sundays. So we open a little earlier, but we close a little bit earlier.
Gotcha.
Most everybody's going back to work on Monday, so we close a little bit earlier on Sundays.
I butchered that completely, so thank you for clarifying that. Appreciate that. You can follow them on Facebook. Just look up Wicks Brewing. Or also, you guys are on Instagram too, right?
Yeah, Instagram, Facebook, on all of them. Like, if you go to Facebook, it's Facebook/Wicks Brewing. If you go to Instagram, it's at Wicks Brewing. So super easy to find. And then all of those are updated constantly. So,
and the website is wicksbrewing.com. They also have a tab up there that's for events. Events, brewing, kitchen, shop, gallery, all that stuff on their website, wicksbrewing.com. Let me take a moment here to thank my sponsors who make it possible for me to be on the air every week. Appreciate that, guys. I'm going to start off with Lumberland Co. They're the originators of the Bat Mug. I got one on display. Cool. If you check them out on my video on YouTube right now, or just check out my Instagram. I have their mugs posted all the time. It's lumberland.com. They have a bunch of cool bat mugs that are going to start coming out. Basically created just for your team. They have the MLBPA license, which means if you're a fan of Aaron Judge from the Yankees, or Mike Trout from the Angels, or Clayton Kershaw from the Dodgers, you can get a mug with their name, their signature, all the information. Just check out their website, lumberland.com. And then also my guys over at Ultimate Pastime in Ontario. Shout out to my guy Mark Neiman. They have some very cool bobbleheads that have come out. They have the Alana Rizzo, the Nancy B. He recently released one with Steve Grad. Who, if you're not familiar who that is, if you watch Pawn Stars on History Channel, he's the guy that basically from Beckett. He checks if the signatures are authentic, if they're real. So he just recently had a bobblehead for Steve Grad. So all the information, check him out. UltimatePastime.com. Ultimate Pastime Sports Collectibles on on Facebook, and then on Instagram is Ultimate Pastime. And then also here, my guys, thank you, Ryan, for being a sponsor for the Sports Corner as well. Wicks Brewing. I mean, what can I say? Awesome beer, awesome food. I have to come here on an event because it sounds. I mean, right now there's nobody here, and it's just that feel that you get here.
just waiting to pop off.
Yeah, I mean. I thought the only place I can drink a beer before 2 o'clock was Vegas. Nope, I was clearly wrong. I was clearly wrong. But check them out, Wicks Brewing in Riverside. Address, once again, is 11620 Sterling Avenue in Riverside, 92503. Give them a call at 951-689-2739, 951-689-2739. Let's talk about the beers.
My favorite part.
Yeah, the favorite part. So what do we have here in front of us?
So you're drinking our Riverside Pilsner. We do that one year-round, super nice, light, crisp.
Nice.
Yeah, super
I'm a
drinkable.
Corona Modelo guy, and this is going to be my favorite now.
So that's basically for the guys that are used to drinking the Buds and Coors and Miller and those types where they want something that's just a beer that tastes like beer. It's nice and crisp and it's just smooth. Crushable.
It's very smooth.
Yeah, super easy to drink. Especially in the summertime, it gets so hot out here. So it's a nice one that's just like nice and refreshing. So
I'm going to do a lot of yard work now on purpose. So that I can,
that's definitely a good lawnmower beer right there. And then I'm drinking our Paladin. This is a super fresh batch we just kegged off a couple days ago. It's probably I would say our flagship beer. It's a hoppy pale ale, ton of citrus flavor in it. It's another one that's just really crushable. Guys that like IPAs, it hits all those notes that you're expecting from an IPA, but at 5.6%. So you can actually drink, 2 or 3 of them and still be able to function in society, And then I'll let Ashley talk about this is a brand new release that we just did here as well.
She was drinking coffee, and
that is not coffee.
And that is not coffee. So just for clarification purposes.
No, this isn't coffee. But I don't know. This time of year, I'm sure a lot of people are the same. I do gravitate more towards dark beers. We just came out with this beer. It just happened yesterday. It's our Mowgli. This is chocolate stout.
That is a porter.
Just kidding. I'm sorry. We were talking about stouts earlier. Sorry. It's our chocolate porter, and we do have a variant of this with vanilla, which is really yummy too. That's going out to a few of our accounts today. I mean, it's a little bit thicker on the mouthfeel. Not everyone can drink a dark beer, but yes, I love them
all day.
That one's like dessert in a glass right there.
Yeah.
Tasty. I said that one's like dessert in a glass. It's like chocolate. Like just chocolate beer.
Okay,
this is a meal.
I gotta try that. I'm not a dark beer drinker, but if it's is it sweet? Is it how?
There's a little bit of sweetness. Little bit of sweetness to it. Yeah, a little bit of sweetness to it. Okay. The vanilla one definitely is coming through. I mean, that one is really like just dessert. The regular one, ton of chocolate. You get more almost like a dark chocolate. So it's not necessarily like super sweet, but you do get like those cocoa flavors that come through. So yeah, for this time of year, I mean, it's really nice when it's cold. Get a nice little bit bigger bodied beer. This one's only 6.5% too, so it's not like it's super strong. So drinking a pint of it, it's still a manageable alcohol level. We do have some stuff that's in the double-digit alcohol content too. So I mean, if you really need to get a warm, tingly feeling inside, those will knock that, check that box for you.
But no matter what, even if it's low on alcohol content, we can't express this enough. Please come with your designated driver or Lyft, Uber. It's not worth it, guys. It really isn't. Just get that I know, $50-$60. Well, how about you get in an accident, DUI, God forbid you kill someone, whatever. It's everything. Trust me, you want to spend the $50.
And we also make our own lemonade and root beer. So if you want to come in and have beer that doesn't have alcohol, we do make our own root beer and lemonade from scratch too. So we've got other options for you.
That was his nice PR spin on don't be an idiot and get an Uber and get a Lyft. Basically, thank you. Appreciate that. Actually, no, there's no excuses. So let's talk about your every week. I was gonna say every day, but they're not every day. Every week events. What do you guys? Tell me about the Geeks to Drink and every single event that people can express. The yoga or Yoda, whatever. Yoda. I'm a Star Wars guy. That event.
Yoda and beer.
So yeah, let's get into these events. Well,
that might be a new event though.
Hey, for May 4th, may the force be with you. You never.
We did that last
year. We did
year.
a May the 4th beer last year, and that was a fun one too. We did a special release beer for May the 4th, total Star Wars theme. We're all a bunch of nerds here too, so we like to tap into that type of stuff whenever we can. It's fun,
Tell me about the regular ones.
Okay, so every week, beginning Tuesday, we got our Taco Tuesday that begins at 5 o'clock.
So there is an everyday event, basically. So I was right, technically.
Almost, yeah. Almost, yeah. So Tuesdays, our Taco Tuesday starts at 5.
Okay. And what can people expect on Taco Tuesday night?
Ooh, delicious
Well, of course,
tacos prepared
with
here
the
in-house.
name, you can get tacos, but...
We got chicken carnitas barbacoa tacos.
Okay.
We do elote in a bowl. We also do a really yummy and interesting elote flatbread, which is everything that you have in a bowl, but it's just like on a flatbread.
I'll be here next Tuesday. Do you have a hole in the back for the barbacoa?
Right.
Is that what it is?
No, these guys come in the morning and everything's prepared here in-house and
cool.
everything's marinated in our beer, actually. We incorporate our beer in a lot of the food or sauces that we make here in-house.
Okay.
So Wednesdays is our Geeks Who Drink pub trivia.
It's every Wednesday.
It's every Wednesday. That's at 6 o'clock. We encourage people to get here early. It starts at 6 or 7. It starts at 7, but we encourage people to get here at 6 o'clock. Yeah, just because it's always a really popular event and there's nowhere to sit. We used to reserve tables on Wednesdays for the people who wanted to come in and do trivia, and we had to put a stop to it because people were coming in just to have a beer after work, and all the tables were reserved. So it's no reservations on Wednesday, first come, first serve. Trivia is 7 to 9, and it is free to play. There's a lot of cool prizes that your teams can win. Then we have happy hours.
Well, and let's talk about that one a little bit more.
Okay.
What exactly is the trivia? Is it board
It's
games?
just general trivia. It's like there's an MC guy up here, and he just teams of 6. They're just it's no more than up to 6 people.
Okay.
And he just asks questions. You
And
guys
what are the
write them
topics?
down.
They could be if we want
They're
movies.
general, yeah, movies,
all-
music. We've had lots of themed ones also, like Harry Potter. We had an Office themed one.
I would suck at that
we
one,
had a
by the way.
Friends themed one. They're different. We've had a quiz for a cause. People come in and they give donations that go towards. I think the most recent one was for one of the fires.
Oh yeah, I think that was the fires up north, in the Sonoma County area. They did a fundraiser and raised some money for that with the Geeks Who Drink. So, yeah, usually the themed ones. I think most of those are fundraising ones, and so those ones are always packed. But all the money that's raised for that ends up going. Each one is a different charity or cause that the money that's raised goes to. And those you can find on our website. We post the special ones, way in advance. So you can go either on the Geeks Who Drink website or on our website and see all the info for those as they come up. We do those about every 2-3 months or so.
Yeah.
But the regular Geeks Who Drink is every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday. Okay, so Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. Wednesday, Geeks to Drink.
Yeah, we
Thursday.
also run a happy hour throughout the evening for the Geeks Who Drink. Our happy hour is extended for that day. So our players can, enjoy all our great beer at really great prices also.
Very cool.
Appetizers as well.
So happy hour is normally from what time to what time?
Monday through Thursday from 2 to 6.
Okay.
We do extended happy hours like
On
for
Wednesday.
football.
Okay.
For football, yeah, we have football happy hour. Wednesdays is extended. And then not Yoda and beer.
Yoda beer.
We do.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open for the Yoda and beer.
You heard it here. The idea came from right here.
Right. Then we have our Pound Fit yoga and beer events. Those run once a month, and we always have a really great outcome for that. You come in, it's $15 a person.
Okay.
You get a really vigorous Pound Fit workout. I don't know if you've ever heard of it before,
Nope.
but they basically give you these like drumsticks, and you're
Chicken,
like,
basically?
what
I'm
was
just
that? Oh. They give you
I'm thinking of.
they give you these like drumsticks,
Okay.
and you do a bunch of squats. I don't know how many squats you do in a session. It's like 300, like
And
500
that's on
squats
the
in a session.
first or third Saturday?
That-
That's the first Saturday of every month. Unless there's like some kind of holiday, sometimes we'll push it back. But as of right now, it's the first Saturday of the month.
And what time?
That goes from 10 to 12. And so the Pound Fit part's the first 30 minutes, which is the more the workout. And then the next 30 minutes is the yoga and beer. So pretty much you get about a 10-minute break in between so you can get your beer for the yoga part of it. And then we do poses with the beers. And then after the yoga, we actually do a tour of the brewery too. So we take everybody back and they get to see and basically have the brewery all to themselves for about an hour before we open. So they get kind of like a private tour and get to kind of hang out and mingle. And then we open for lunch at 12. So then you can stick around and get lunch and have a beer after you burned all your calories off and you put them right back in.
So here's a spin, guys, for Saturdays. You can tell your wife, your girlfriend, or if you're in the opposite, tell your significant other that you'll be back in about 2 hours because you're going to go work out. You're only going to work out for like 30 minutes. And then after 30 minutes, for a good hour and a half, you're going to be chugging beer. That's not a bad deal. Yeah. That's not a bad deal at all. Okay, so you have the yoga. That's the first Saturday. So that's 3 events now. There are regulars every month. I can bank on those.
Yeah.
What
Well, we
else?
also have that moose mug event that
Right.
you were talking about. We
There's
usually
specialty ones.
Yeah, like a specialty event. We usually run once a month as well.
Okay.
We're planning one for February. We took a break in January just because of the holidays.
Well, and I was gonna say, you kind of
Yeah.
you kind of took a break, but not really. I just saw that you guys posted a pizza one.
Oh, Pizza Port. So those are our
Yes.
tap takeovers. We do
So
one
what
of
is
those
that?
every month as well. We basically bring in a local brewery, Pizza Ports in San Diego, and we get the best beers. We bring them into our tap room. They take over our taps, and anyone who can't make it out to San Diego, to try amazing beers, they can come to our tap room and have some really great Pizza Port beers.
They have 4 TVs here, guys, and basically, if it's on TV, unfortunately, us Dodger fans, we're in a blockout right now. We already know you can call Spectrum LA, you can call Dodgers, you can call and complain to whoever you want. It's not happening. They want too much money, and I'm tired of beating that dead horse. But other than that, Ducks, Kings, Angels, if they're on TV, you come here, and if it's not on one of those TVs, you can just let the guys know, hey, can I watch my Ducks game? Or can I watch my Kings game? MLS, whatever. As long as it's on TV and it's not blocked out by Spectrum LA like the Dodgers are right now. I'm going to keep saying that, though. I am going to keep saying that. But anyways, 4 TVs. Come have a game. Come have a beer. Watch a game. Or come work out. I'm telling you, it's going to work. I'm telling you. Tell your wife. I'm going to go work out for half an hour and then just chug beer. And then eat some pretzel bites or whatever you're going to have. That's a steal.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell my wife, effective, not even now, effective the first Saturday of February, I'm going to start working out. Okay, so you have those events. What else besides the...
And then I believe it's the second and fourth Monday, we do D&D nights. So it centers around Dungeons and Dragons, but we basically have a ton of different board games. And it's basically like a board game night. And we also I think we do the happy hour for those as well. So the players can come out, they can set up, they'll teach you how to play if you've never played before. And like I said, they've got a ton of different games. And basically, same thing, kind of get out of the house, come and be able to play some board games, have some beers, and relax. And it's been getting super popular. So that's a fun one. And it's Monday night, so it's usually pretty chill anyway. So we have those. I think that kind of covers like most of the events that we do. That like she said, the tap takeovers. Every month we'll rotate in a different brewery that we really like. So Pizza Port, as she mentioned, like they make killer beers. One of our favorite breweries, just pretty much everything they put out is super tasty. So we reached out to them, and they're going to be bringing a whole bunch of beers in, some special stuff that you can only get. They don't even distribute. They're only in their tap rooms. They're bringing some kegs of those up. So it'll be, like she mentioned, be able to get some beers that you'd normally have to drive to San Diego or out to the beach to pick up, and we'll have them here in the tap room. And we do that with a different brewery every month. We did Modern Times. We had Bottle Logic. Like I said, just some of the breweries that we really like. We'll bring in a bunch of their stuff and do some really cool things with them. And those are usually on a Friday night, once a month. Kind of varies just with their schedules and our schedules and stuff. But they'll come in. Usually they'll bring some cool stuff to some swag to give out too. So super fun. The Pizza Port one, we're actually going to have a whole bunch of their glassware as well. So the first 20 people that come in will actually get a glass from Pizza Port that they can take home too. So kind of a cool bonus.
You can go to your traditional pizza parlors. You can go to your traditional, the Buffalo Wild Wings of the world, the Hooters, all that stuff. Wicked, what's it called? Tilted Killed, all that stuff. Whatever. But none of those places have a unique stuff for you to do. And that's what makes this place unique, in my opinion. I've seen other breweries as well, but a lot of the breweries don't have food. And they encourage you to bring outside food. Well, then if I want to bring outside food, why can't I just go get whatever I'm going to get from there, go to the store, buy a 12-pack, and then just go home? Mm-hmm. There's nothing unique about this particular places other than maybe the owners are very nice, the atmosphere, the staff, right. But here, I mean, there's really no excuse for you not to want to come and hang out here. There really isn't, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. But it's awesome.
I agree.
Awesome spot. Any last words you want to say to us? Anything that people may have not?
Just come check us out. If you go on our website, we try to keep that super updated. So we're going through and changing that up at least a couple times a week on the website with the events. If you go on our social media, like our Facebook and our Instagram, those we're updating, posting stuff all day long. So you're able to see a lot of the cool stuff that's going on there. If we have special events, you'll see the links in there too, so you can get tickets for it. Like the tickets right now for the Pound Fit yoga and beer class for next month are already up, and as soon as we put those up, they start selling really well. So that's a super fun one. But yeah, just come in, grab a beer. If you've never had, we got
something for everyone.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I know, playing microphone musical chairs here, but
Oh no, I'm just saying we got 25 taps here, not just our own, but some other really great breweries here as well. So we got something for everybody.
Come check them out. Once again, it's Wicks Brewing, wicksbrewing.com. Address is 11620 Sterling Avenue, Riverside 92503. The exit, I believe, is Pierce. And you can, depending on where you're coming from, Pierce or Magnolia. Either Pierce or Magnolia. You can't miss them, or just type in Wicks Brewing. Check out the social media, Wicks Brewing on Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff. But check out mine, Gabe Real Sports, and I'll have all that good stuff on there as well. Till next time, thank you so much for joining me today on the Sports Corner. Enjoy the games.